MLB trade deadline rumors. Mets add bullpen help. Red Sox eye Dodgers rookie. The MLB trade deadline is fast approaching, set for next Thursday, July 31st, leaving teams with less than a week to finalize their midseason trades. The Seattle Mariners kicked off the trading frenzy on Thursday night by acquiring first baseman Josh Naylor from the Arizona Diamondbacks in exchange for 2 pitchers. But here's where it gets controversial. What will the other teams do to strengthen their rosters before the deadline? Stay tuned as CBS Sports keeps you updated with all the latest rumors and transactions from around the league. The Mets eyeing Alcantara. According to the New York Post, the New York Mets are among the teams showing interest in Miami Marlins ace Sandy Alcantara. Despite returning from Tommy John surgery this season and posting a 6.66 ERA in 20 starts, Alcantara still holds significant value due to his past accolades, including a Cy Young Award. However, the Mets currently have a solid rotation with pitchers like Sean Manaea, Clay Holmes, David Peterson, Kodai Senga, and Frankie Montas. The team's depth is a concern, especially given the injury issues they've faced this year, which might push them to make a move. Mets add reliever pass on Suárez. While the Mets are exploring options to bolster their lineup, they seem less interested in Diamondbacks third baseman Eugenio Suárez, who is considered one of the best bats available. Instead, the Mets are focusing on acquiring a starting pitcher or a center fielder, as reported by John Heyman of the New York Post. Suárez, a 34-year-old free agent after this season, has been a powerful hitter, contributing an estimated 3.5 wins above replacement WAR in this year. The Mets have been rotating young infielders like Mark Vientos, Brett Beatty, and Ronnie Mauricio, but they made a move on Friday by trading for left-handed reliever Gregory Soto from the Baltimore Orioles. Soto, 30, brings swing and miss stuff to the bullpen, although his ERA plus has been 95 since 2023. Padres seeking outfield help. The San Diego Padres are actively looking to improve their offense, particularly in the outfield. They have shown interest in Cleveland Guardians' Stephen Kwan, Baltimore Orioles' Ramon Laureano, and Chicago White Sox's Luis Robert, according to the New York Post. Additionally, the Padres attempted to trade for Boston Red Sox prospect Jarren Duran by offering right-hander Dylan Cease, catching prospect Ethan Salas, and another prospect. However, the Red Sox, unwilling to part with Duran at the deadline, declined the offer. Red Sox interested in Dodgers prospect Rushing. Mass Live reports that the Boston Red Sox have their eyes on Los Angeles Dodgers catcher Dalton Rushing. The Dodgers have had scouts present at Boston's High A affiliate in Greenville, where shortstop Franklin Arias and left-hander Brandon Clark are playing. Rushing, 24, was ranked 22nd by CBS Sports as one of the top prospects entering the season. Despite his promotion in May, he has struggled, hitting just .216, .280, and .297 in limited action. The Dodgers have primarily used him as a backup to Will Smith, and they have been hesitant to try him in the outfield. Helsley expects trade. St. Louis Cardinals closer Ryan Helsley, an impending free agent, told The Athletic that he anticipates being traded by the deadline. It's a little bit different this time, Helsley said. The likelihood is probably as great as it's ever been for me to stay traded. And he added, I would say it's 90% I go, 10% I stay. Helsley, 31, has been a reliable reliever with a 3.09 ERA and a 2.79 strikeout-to-walk ratio in 35 appearances. As a 2-time All-Star, Helsley is one of several Cardinals players who could be on the move, including lefty Steven Matz and righty Phil Maton. And this is the part most people miss. Trades can significantly alter a team's trajectory, and the decisions made in the next few days could have lasting impacts on the MLB landscape. What do you think about these potential moves? Do you agree with the Mets' strategy, or do you think they should pursue Suárez? Share your thoughts in the comments. Reds trade rumors. Bringing back Eugenio Suárez. What this move means for Cincinnati. Imagine the Cincinnati Reds bringing back Eugenio Suárez, the fan favorite who left the team in 2021. This reunion could be a game changer for the Reds, especially as they search for a powerful right-handed hitter to bolster their lineup. But here's where it gets interesting. The Arizona Diamondbacks, who currently own Suárez, might be open to trading him back to his former team. Sources close to Major League Baseball indicate that both the Reds and Diamondbacks are showing mutual interest in a potential deal. Suárez is having an outstanding season, leading the National League with 36 home runs and baseball with 86 RBIs. His return to Cincinnati could provide the power surge the Reds need in their outfield. However, the Reds' primary need is a right-handed hitting outfield bat, and they've been experimenting with moving third baseman Noel V. Marte to that position. Marte made his outfield debut against the Yankees on Sunday, and even played an inning in right field during the Reds' loss to the Nationals on Tuesday. This move shows the team's flexibility and willingness to explore different lineup configurations. On the other hand, the Diamondbacks are looking for young, controllable pitching. While the Reds are unlikely to part with their promising starters Chase Burns and Rhett Lauder, they do have a young right-hander named Chase Petty who could be of interest. Despite a down season, Petty has shown flashes of brilliance, and opposing hitters have praised his stuff. Petty, who was acquired by the Reds in a trade with the Minnesota Twins, has struggled this season, allowing 14 runs in 6 innings. However, his AAA numbers are more promising, with 68 strikeouts and 31 walks in 67 1/3 innings. The Diamondbacks are reportedly interested in evaluating Petty's potential. The Reds have a surplus of young talent at various levels, including middle infielders Sammy Stafora, Tyson Lewis, and Steele Hull, as well as shortstop Edwin Arroyo and AA. With Elly De La Cruz under team control through 2029, the Reds could consider trading from their surplus of young shortstops. While third baseman Sal Stewart is a non-negotiable asset, infielder Cam Collier, a 2022 first-rounder, could be included in any trade package. Another pitching prospect, Adam Serwinowski, a 6'5" left-hander with improving velocity, could also be part of the deal. The Reds had a strong connection with Suárez, who signed a 7-year, $66 million deal with the team in 2018. During his time with the Reds, Suárez set a single-season record for home runs hit by a Venezuelan player in 2019. He has continued to excel, hitting 2 home runs at Great American Ballpark during the Diamondbacks' visit to Cincinnati in early June. Suárez's return to Cincinnati would not only provide a power boost, but also bring a familiar face to the lineup. He remains well-respected within the Reds organization and continues to hold the city close to his heart, even as his oldest daughter's favorite team. This potential trade could be a win-win for both teams, but it's not without controversy. Would the Reds be willing to part with their young pitching prospects for a veteran hitter? And could the Diamondbacks see long-term value in trading away a player who is having a breakout season? These questions highlight the complexity of trade negotiations and make this a story worth following. What do you think? Would you support a trade that brings Eugenio Suárez back to the Reds? Or do you believe the Diamondbacks should hold on to their star hitter? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Mariners trade for Josh Naylor, still targeting Eugenio Suárez. MLB trade deadline analysis. The Seattle Mariners are not done making moves, even after their recent acquisition of Josh Naylor from the Arizona Diamondbacks. This trade, which took place on Thursday night, does not eliminate the possibility of the Mariners pursuing another all-star corner infielder, Eugenio Suárez, who has been a key target for the team as the July 31st MLB trade deadline approaches. In exchange for Naylor, the Mariners sent 2 pitching prospects, Brandon Garcia and Ashton Izzy, to the Diamondbacks. This strategic move comes shortly after reports indicated that Suárez was at the top of the Mariners' wish list. According to Shannon Drayer, a Mariners insider, the team remains very much still open to the idea of trading for Suárez, despite having just secured Naylor. Both players are considered rentals, as they will become free agents at the end of the current season. Mariners general manager Justin Hollander and president of baseball operations Jerry DiPoto have a history of executing multiple trades with the same team during the trade deadline. For instance, last year, they made separate trades with the Toronto Blue Jays for first baseman Justin Turner and reliever Yimi Garcia, just 2 days apart. In 2020, they struck 2 deals with the San Diego Padres on the same day, acquiring several players, including current bullpen stars Andres Munoz and Matt Brash. The addition of Naylor provides the Mariners with a safety net in case they are unable to secure Suárez, who currently leads Major League Baseball with 86 RBIs and ranks 4th with 36 home runs. ESPN recently identified Suárez as the top candidate for a trade before the deadline, while Naylor was ranked 14th. The market for Suárez appears to be competitive, with interest from teams such as the New York Yankees, Chicago Cubs, and his former team, the Cincinnati Reds. As the trade deadline approaches, the Mariners are actively seeking to bolster their roster. Here are some additional insights into their trade strategies and potential targets. Keith Law has identified Cole Young as the Mariners' most valuable trade prospect. The Mariners' need for a third baseman highlights the potential impact of rookie Williamson. Interestingly, the Astros' recent sweep of the Diamondbacks may have inadvertently benefited the Mariners. ESPN's Jeff Passan has expressed strong confidence in the Mariners' chances of contending for the World Series. The Mariners might also look to the Mets for potential upgrades at third base. What do you think about the Mariners' strategy? Are they making the right moves, or should they focus on different targets? Share your thoughts in the comments.